Meditation. Gentlemen, let's not overcomplicate this topic. I am by no means an expert on meditation, but for the last year and a half, I've been meditating almost every day. Probably 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. Now, the cool thing is that your meditation goes from being just you in your head with your eyes closed and saying, why am I doing this? To all of a sudden, when the world feels like it's going a little bit too fast, you get into your meditation and you feel like, this is a bit of a treat. It's a bit of a relaxation for my mind. Between the scrolling and the incessant beeping and buzzing and pinging and everything trying to take my attention, some nice me time. I like that. And when you get to the it's me time, that's wonderful. That's a good place to be at with meditation. To sit there with your eyes closed and just observe, to become the observer, to not be your thoughts, but to watch them. And in that process, to learn how to quiet your mind. To step back from the chatter. To move your consciousness behind your eyes and up through the crown of your head, and when you get good, to merge with everything. Now, you don't know what you don't know. None of us do. But what I can tell you is that when it starts off with you closing your eyes and it's just black and it's a little bit annoying and you're thinking, what the hell am I doing this for? And your mind's racing a million miles a second, that means that you need this more than ever. If it's tough, you need it. If you can't take a half an hour for yourself to sit in meditation, you really fucking need it. And in this day and age, gentlemen, we all need it. Meditation is an easy way for us to start gaining some discipline and some sovereignty over all of the things trying to take our attention. You want to fight the machine? Meditate. You don't have to go throwing your fist up and go raging against it. You're never going to win that fight. Disconnect and close your eyes and step back from your own thoughts. And if you can do that, if you can learn to do that, you will find more peace in your daily life. Now, this is stage 1 meditation. It gets better, though. And it gets better in ways that, again, I couldn't possibly tell you fully in a video because you're not going to believe me, and that's okay. You don't need to. But there is more in there. All the great masters talk about meditation. Well, they're not just talking about you stepping away from your thoughts and having a bit of free space. That's level 1. And let me tell you something, level 1 is very fucking worth it. It's beautiful. Feels like today a 12-hour day is actually 8 hours. Like time is speeding up. Do you guys feel that? I feel that. It's crazy. I open my eyes and all of a sudden it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then it's 4, then there's food, and then it's 7, and then the whole day is done. Jesus. Why is it going so fast? And my mind, I feel like I've developed ADD, all this scrolling, clicking, wanting to be connected, wanting to learn more. And then I mess myself up because when I have a little moment, a little break, I go onto a little video, a YouTube video, there's 10 minutes, there's 14 minutes, then it leads to another video, there's 30 minutes. I'm watching stuff on hookers in Dubai and fake gurus online and crypto scams. And what the fuck am I filling my time with? Gentlemen, if you were going down these rabbit holes, you're addicted. We're addicted. And I'm telling you, a little bit of meditation will be the pathway to starting to gain some control on your awareness, your consciousness, and where you're putting your time. It's like working out. At first, it's going to be a bit hard, and then it's going to become addictive in itself. But you're getting addicted to something good. Ideally, you have balance in all your activities where you've got nature time, you've got time for learning, you've got time at the gym, you've got time for meditation, time for relationship, etc., 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 etc. You can read all about it in this group. We can chat about it. I'm not going to cover that in this video. But when it comes to meditation, can you start with 5 minutes? 5 minutes. To actually carve out that time to sit somewhere and every single day for 5 minutes meditate alone. I tell you what, if you have a partner, meditating in groups amplifies the power. Humans are like vibrational radio frequency emitters, sending out energy. And when you meditate in groups or you pray in groups, activities like this, it amplifies it. There's many studies on this. There's videos on it. I'm not going to cover it here. But I can tell you one thing. When I meditate on my own, I go to that place, step back from my awareness, the blackness, try to move outside of my consciousness, try to quiet the mind. In that, I find a lot of peace. Time slows down. I remember that I'm in control. I remember that this whole thing is a gift of love. But when I meditate with my wife, good God, the experience is on a whole other level. It is phenomenal. The energy is electric. And guys, again, I can't quite talk about everything that comes through in that space, but I will tell you with confidence that it is holy. And maybe the most important thing that I do in my life. And that's lying out there for you. That's waiting for you. All this opportunity, this gold mine. It's not external, it's internal. It's inside of you. You're going to get there through meditation. The 3D world, the devil's world, this world outside of you, the social media world, it wants your time, it wants your attention, it wants your beliefs. It's trying to take all of those things. Meditation takes those back, where you become the observer of your thoughts and you remember and realize that you are not those thoughts. They're passing thoughts. And that your mind, which is flicking on and off and shooting all these things your way all the time, you don't have to believe that shit. You can step back and just observe it. But until you've had that experience, it's very hard to believe it. So, gentlemen, my challenge to you, try meditation. Start with 5 minutes a day. Try it daily. Make a habit of it. And go into it knowing that it's 5 minutes for you to disconnect from the machine. Look at your 5 minutes of meditation as rebellion against the machine. It is the anti-social media. It is an anti-social movement. You are not social. You are with yourself. You are connecting with self. And in that space, there is a gold mine inside of you. Your greatest gifts, your voice, your destiny, all of it. And as you step back from observing those thoughts, all of a sudden what bubbles up isn't from your head anymore, it's from your heart. And that is a holy space. Thank you for being here. Let me know if you're willing to take on the challenge in the comments below. I'm looking forward to hearing about your progress. Thank you. Peace and love. Good luck out there.